So, has the beans been spilled? So let's talk about it. An Se-young has waited until after the Olympics that she has going to make a big announcement. Now she waited until after the Olympics due to respect for all of the other competing athletes who are still participating in the Paris Olympics, and she doesn't want to take away any light that's been happening at the sporting event. So now that all of that has been gone, An Se-young has made a special announcement written in Korean and several slides long. This is her official statement that she's made, that out of all of the issues that she's been hinting at the Korean Badminton Association, and I will let my thoughts known at the end of this video. Hello, this is An Se-young. After I started playing badminton, I received a lot of help from many people. Thanks to that, I was given the honor of winning an Olympic gold medal. My parents, younger brother, and family, the teachers who had led me far, even though I was a poor student, the seniors and juniors of my fellow colleagues, whom I am grateful, all of the members of the athletes village who took care of me, provided me with meals, supported me, and who trained until the end. I'm also deeply grateful to my partners, my strong team, the people who gave me strength, both when I won and I lost. It's thanks to the wishes of the countless people. Thank you very much. Very humble response. I think that is actually quite appropriate, and it also shows that she is quite well foot on the ground. In my personal experience, I've seen that An Se-young is very grateful to his parents, and although she's very independent, she has a very core support. Her family goes to a lot of big tournaments, Super 1000s, I've seen them before at World Championships where they won it. Very humble girl. One of the reasons why I love her so much. In an interview after winning the Olympics, when asked about the injury, I said that has been in my heart as the past 7 years of my time with the national team flashed in my mind. The impact of those words harmed the athletes who should have been congratulated and encouraged during the Olympics. Even though I'm over 20 years old, I've learned that although I've been working hard and focusing on exercise and training, I'm still lacking in ways to navigate life wisely. Once again, I would like to apologize to all the athletes and the officials of the Korean Olympic team, and apologize to the public for any inconvenience caused. There are currently a lot of articles coming out about me, but what I ultimately want to talk about is my wish to change the national yet conventional ways of doing things a little more flexibly. In particular, injuries are very painful and difficult for all athletes, so I hoped for conditions and support to recover well from injuries. Since each player's situation and specific injury severities are different, we wanted to provide flexible and efficient support appropriate for them. But the situation we encountered in reality was not like that. So we were very disappointed and regretful. Now, An Se-young has asked for a personal coach, and in my eyes, she kind of has one. Sonny Augustinus only takes care of An Se-young. Sung Ji-hyun has gradually moved out of the national setup fold, and I think that's good for An Se-young, quite beneficial for her, and hopefully she'll be able to continue this way. However, she might need her own team because it's not sustainable playing the amount of tournaments that she has played and asking a lot out of her body. We saw the crumbles and trembles at the Asian Games and how that significantly affected her performance. She really struggled coming back on form. She shockingly got knocked out of the World Tour Finals after leading a massive margin. She lost to, I think it was Chen Yufei in the semi-final of the Kumamoto Masters. In the China Masters, she lost to Wang Zi, very, very shockingly. And in certain situations like that, I think that An Se-young has been pushed too much. That injury that she got in Hangzhou at the Asian Games should have taken a lot more longer time to recover. And I don't think it's very, very fair that the National Association, if so, forced her to come back much sooner than before. Rather than avoiding the problem by saying you're not the only one and you're receiving preferential treatment, I wish there had been someone who listened to my story and let's give it a try. Or if that doesn't work, let's think of another way together. I have a lot of regrets. She is the world number one. What exactly do you want her to do? If she doesn't get preferential treatment, how will she be able to maintain her record as the world number one woman singles player? Like, it's so frustrating. Like, Lee Chong-wei, Dato' Wira Lee Chong-wei, when he was number one for Malaysia, had all the treatment. He had his own sponsors, he had his own backing, and to an extent, he had his own team walking around. Victor Axelsen has his own team in the World Tour. That's why he left the Danish national team, and he was widely supported. Likewise, Anders Antonsen has his own team on the World Tour. So that, in my eyes, does not make any sense whatsoever. Korea, do you want your number one woman singles player, the best player that Korea has ever made in badminton? If you really want that desire, you got to have that. You know, favoritism doesn't really matter because she produces results. She was the only one to get a gold medal for Korea in the Olympics. Come on now. Anyway, let's continue. I don't think badminton is an unpopular sport, but if it changes for the better, it can be a sport enjoyed by more people than it is now. And a lot of talented people will come into the sport. In a healthy environment, athletes can achieve better results and warm support from the public. It will be the result of the association. We must make this happy event become a reality. We've seen this in the Danish national team. Like, there's a reason why a lot of the players are happy in the Danish national team. There's barely any grudges. So likewise with the Indonesian national team, but that's a little bit different. Let's take Denmark, for example. You're free to do whatever you want. Players allowed to pick their own sponsors, right? And we've seen the results. Look at them. They nearly got a bronze medal at the men's double. Victor Axelsen won the gold, right? Anders Antonsen has been consistently putting in results. He won our own tournament now. Like, you can't say that system does not pay results in the long term. Likewise with the Japan team, for example, like, they got a lot of good players and a lot of depth, right? Korea is a country that struggles to produce women singles players, or singles players in general. So instead of challenging that, why not empower them a little bit. Empower the likes of An Se-young. She is your poster girl to growing this sport, right? She's 22 and is going to be, at this rate, she's going to be one of the best players in the world, right? In the sport of badminton. One of the greatest athletes in Korean history. No one can really do what she's done, right? She can challenge the likes of Tai Su-ying for records and stuff like that. But if Korea are serious about this, An Se-young cannot do this on her own. I'm secretly looking forward to having an honest conversation with the association about what I have experienced rather than a battle of right and wrong. And I hope to have such an opportunity soon. What I want to say is not about discriminating between right and wrong. I wanted to say that it is not that every moment is no, bad, wrong, but that these aspects must change so that we can all improve together. I hope that differences in opinion regarding the system of communication and care will be reduced little by little, and that we will operate within a line of common sense everyone can understand. Common sense, yeah? Common sense, yeah? Common sense? Oh wow. Fortunately, we have confirmed that the Sports Council and Ministry of Culture, Sport and Tourism will find out the truth. If someone takes interest and gradually changes the regulation and system, I think not only me but also future athletes will be able to focus more on exercise in an environment where they are cared for. If there is one thing I wish for the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism and the Sports Council, I would like them to listen to the voices of the players and make sure that the association and the players are communicating smoothly. So from what I've heard is that Korea Badminton Association, they're not related to the government. They're an independent sporting body, right? But Korea, now that you've got your gold medal, one of your star gold medalists in the women's singles, you've got to take this seriously. She'll be a very, very good ambassador for Korea in the future if things are taken care of. She wants to promote the sport of badminton. And also remember that the sport don't happen without the players, right? The players are the ones that gives us the entertainment. They're the ones that provide us what we are interested in watching, right? They grind the skill, the technique, right? The tension, and most importantly, the entertainment. And that's very, very important in order to market that for future generations to come. It's all about cultivating a culture. An Se-young wants to make a culture that exists for future players, that she won't be there forever, right? But in the future, she wants to be a part of leader. I see An Se-young as a leader in 20 years' time when she retires. I hope she's given the role of empowerment, right? Somewhere in power, whether or not that is BWF or Korean Badminton Association, so that she can implement change for the better. From now on, I hope that those in the association will no longer turn a blind eye and take action as they hold the key to change. Under a reasonable system, we provide continuous attention so that athletes can focus solely on sports and display good performance to their heart's content. Please, I hope that this incident does not create a negative view of badminton. We sincerely ask for your continued interest and encouragement in badminton. So she don't want to argue, right? She, instead of, making herself look guilty, she's actually made herself in a very, very strong position. She's not here for clicks. She's not here to be in the spotlight in the Korean media. She's here because she's asking for change. I am unable to participate in the game due to ankle knee injuries, but will continue to my rehabilitation well and return to my true form as a player again. And I will do my best to show my best performance on the badminton court. I'm still lacking in many things, and there are many things that I'm lacking, but nothing will change if no one steps forward. So I came out forward even though I was afraid. Shy girl now, come on, don't bully her like that, right? She looks shy on the outside, but on the court, she's I got the eye of the tiger, the fire. I don't know how this situation will progress in the future, and the thought that I might not play badminton is scary. However much thought, I decided to write this article to repay the support and interest I have received from the public. Thank you, An Se-young. Well done. Well done. Thank you for being a spokesperson for the players. not just in Korea, but I think BWF need to look at this as well and see how the change can be provided. This is not coming from some clown, right? This is coming from the world number one, the Asian Games champion, the world champion, and now the newly crowned Olympic champion. I read up some article that saying that An Se-young is forced to do cleaning, and because Korean players, they look after their doubles players better than the singles players, and that she was the youngest one, she was the easy scapegoat. I heard that she has to do cleaning, tidying up after the court, washing clothes like that. Now that she's won the Olympic gold medal, let me put this in a real life situation, right? If An Se-young, let me put this in a real life situation. If a king walked in with a crown on his head, will he do work for the servants? He will not be doing work for the servants. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that An Se-young should be cleaning after the seniors, right? Because she's the junior, because she's like the recycled area player, easy to bully and stuff like that. It is not fair. If the king walks in and starts doing work for the servant, something is wrong with the system. Something is wrong. The culture is wrong. The mindset is wrong. And most importantly, the structure is wrong. An Se-young wrote that statement today, right, to prove a point. Something is wrong and she is asking for change. She's asking for change, and hope that An Se-young will be able to ask for change, because it is a player that is strong and wants to promote the sport of badminton towards the public. It has gotten a lot more popular since the Olympics, and the only way that I believe that this momentum can be continued is change for the better, right? We need to look after players a lot better compared to what we are now, right? And if we are able to do that, I can assure you that badminton will be in a much safer place for the future generations to come, right? We will be able to have more players, and more players equals a larger talent pool. If we have a larger talent pool, it will mean that we will have better players coming through the system, means more competitive games. More competitive games means good for the fans. Means good for the fans means more money. More people will want to come and watch the spectacle. And that way, we'll be able to grow the sport of badminton for the future generations to come. That is the way to do it. That is the future. An Se-young has laid out the structure for the future, right? And I hope that whatever she said in that system is listened to, is heard, and most importantly, is taken action. We need action now, not 4 years time, not 10 years time, now. So we have more An Se-youngs, we have more Chen Yufei's, we have more Gregory and Mariska Tunjuns, and we've got more Lizzie Jazz, right? We can cement the future of our sport. We can cement the future of the game, and we can continue to grow the game, the love of the game, for the better, and that way, overall, we'll have a much better sport in general. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let's hope change is made. Thank you!